This video is presented by Western and Southern Financial Group, a game plan for your financial future. Every great team starts with a strong foundation, and your future should too. With life insurance built like a championship roster, Western and Southern helps protect what matters most so you can focus on winning today while planning for tomorrow. Whether you're just starting out your journey, building your dynasty, or ready to retire like a champion, Western and Southern has the right play for your life stage. Visit westernsouthern.com to get your free life insurance quote today. Western and Southern, built to win. Bengals and the Dolphins this week. Gives us a chance to read a super chat that we have here from Ben, $5 super chat. We appreciate you, Ben. So Zach Taylor just said he's avoiding contract talks and coaching like every game is his last. I also saw a rumor that he kind of had a secret contract extension. What was it, last year, the year before? I can't remember what it was. But technically, contract's not up this year from what I had read, and it's actually up the following year. So Bengals are in an interesting spot, though. Obviously, another disappointing season. Now, injury is a big reason why, Joe Burrow not being there for most of it. But it's certainly last week, very frustrating as well with Joe Burrow even in the lineup, getting shut out by the Baltimore Ravens, still having a chance to be competitive down the stretch of this season. What about the Bengals are you looking forward to seeing in this game? What do you want to see from them?
I mean, if anybody else is going to step up aside from Jamar Chase, especially if T. Higgins is out as of, we're recording this on a Wednesday. As of right now, he's still in concussion protocol. Not sure if he's going to play in this game against Miami, but you look at the splits between those two guys, Chase and Higgins, and then everybody else on the team, they just don't have anybody else who has stepped up. Chase and Higgins combined this year have an 85.8 receiving grade and 12.3 yards per reception. Everyone else on the team, a 57.7 receiving grade with 8.5 yards per reception. They just don't have anyone else to step up. I saw this myself last week against the Ravens, where it's just when Higgins is out, the entire defense just tilts towards Jamar Chase, and they dare Joe Burrow to throw it anywhere else, and those guys are not creating any explosive plays at all. So I think that's the biggest concern. If Higgins is out and it's a one-man show again out there on the outside, they may have trouble scoring points again.
On the other side of things, on the Dolphins side of things, Tua Tagovailoa benched for this game after Mike McDaniel coming out and saying, hey, the quarterback play was not good enough, so everything is on the table. Well, the everything on the table came to the table, and that means that Tua is no longer starting for this team. They're going to start Quinn Ewers in this game, which is interesting. I mean, I think that what they're really looking for is for him to just not put the ball in harm's way, which I don't know how much I would trust overall. I mean, when you look at Quinn Ewers last year when he was in Texas, he had 21 turnover-worthy plays to 20 big-time throws. He had a 4.0 turnover-worthy play percentage and a 4.3 big-time throw percentage. When you looked at him in 2023, he had very few turnover-worthy plays, but it wasn't the same. He wasn't really asked to push the ball deep down the field as much. He just wasn't trying to win the game with his arm. I think it was totally different mindset from him. And then when he really started to open it up in 2024, that's when you saw the turnover-worthy plays creep back up. And when you look at why Tua was benched, well, this is exactly why Tua was benched. He's got 25 turnover-worthy plays. It's the most in the NFL. He's got 15 interceptions. That's the most in the NFL. So the grades, the execution, putting the ball in harm's way, all of that was a major issue. And I feel like it's very interesting that they're starting Quinn Ewers here instead of Zach Wilson. I would have thought that Wilson, in theory, would have probably been the quarterback to limit the turnover-worthy plays the way that you would want, because he's at least been around the league for a handful of years and he's seen it. But I guess on the flip side, if you are going to move on from Tua this offseason, you know that Zach Wilson's not your guy. Maybe Quinn is. So I suppose that's really all that matters, and you're just trying to see what you have here from Quinn Ewers. And I think the offense was struggling even with Tua in there, and I think that it will probably continue to struggle with Quinn Ewers now there at the quarterback position. Devon Achane and how this team runs the football, I think, is how far the Dolphins are going to go. I don't have enough faith for them in this one. I don't have enough faith with Quinn making his first start. I'm going to say the Bengals win this game 28-17 is the final score.
Yeah, I mean, this feels like a signal towards a shift in the organization here for the Dolphins, that they have now fully acknowledged that this is a long-term project, and maybe it's something with injury guarantees or something like that in the contract, but also Tua, like you mentioned, just isn't playing very well.
Well, I don't know how much more money he could be guaranteed next season. I think he's guaranteed somewhere around $50-60 million next year already. Like, he's already getting that no matter what. So this is the kind of move that you can't make without ownership approval. because of how much money is tied to this player for next season. And so it'll be very, very interesting to see what they do with him next year, because sure, I mean, you'd love to trade for him, but who's trading for him? Who's trading for this contract for Tua? I think we might be in a situation where they're just trying to manipulate as much as they can. Maybe we go with a Brock Osweiler situation where you're trading Tua and like a second or third round pick to somebody. Because the problem is, Dalton, there's like 6 teams that need a quarterback. And as far as we know, there's probably only one guaranteed quarterback to be drafted in the top 75 this upcoming year. It's going to be Fernando Mendoza. We'll see if Ty Simpson's in the draft. We'll see if Dante Moore's in the draft. But all of a sudden, man, this is going to become a very, very interesting offseason with quarterbacks.
And it's $99 million in dead money. If they cut him, then it'll just be a matter of if they're going to wear the brunt of all of that in 2026 or split it across the next 2 years. But that's what you're talking about, $99 million in a dead cap hit. So really, it's become a long-term project now with the Dolphins, and I think they were loading up for this as far as their offseason moves, like when they traded Jalen Ramsey and trying to fix their salary cap, because that's not a great situation anyway. But it sure feels like we're getting into some dark times here in Miami with the way their season's gone. In this game, I've got the Bengals 23-16. I think if T. Higgins is out, they could still struggle offensively a bit, but I can't really in good conscience take Quinn Ewers to beat Joe Burrow. I just can't do it.
I'm with you. I'm taking the Bengals as well.
Everyone's got takes. Numbers have truth. And the truth is, most people are betting with emotion. Sportsbooks feed on it. TikTok gurus sell it. The hype machine runs on it. That's how you lose. PFF is different. You're betting with winning data. The same data trusted by all 32 NFL teams and the sharpest minds in the game. PFF betting tools take every prop, every matchup, every angle, and run them through our custom models. Built on the best football data in the world. What comes back is your edge. Simple, sharp, and built to win. Want to go deeper? PFF puts a pro-level analytics department in your hands, giving you the same insights teams use to find every advantage. Build your game plan with matchup analysis. Project every snap, every matchup, and every edge before kickoff, because the smartest plays start long before Sunday. Hit rates show how a player performs against their prop and against defenses built the same way. It's the data that gives you real confidence in every pick. Next, Key Insights translates PFF data into the story behind every matchup, giving you the why that powers your bets. From coverage schemes to defensive looks, it's the context that turns raw numbers into winning decisions. When you're ready to take action, filter through every prop on the market and focus on the opportunities that matter, by game, matchup, or value. Then, shop for the best available line in your area and tap your book of choice to place the bet instantly. Everyone's got takes, but now you've got truth. Bet with data, win with PFF.